So the very first step is to get chicken breasts. All you need is 2 big chicken breasts to feed a family of 6 or whatever. So you get 2 chicken breasts and you put it in. You put it in the water. You get a piece of an onion and throw it in there. And you get oregano. Throw some in there like that much. Just keep sprinkling it till it looks nice in there. Then you get, where is it? Oh, you put some of this in it, just a little bit to change the color of the water later. Like that much, not that much. Then you let this boil for 2 hours. After that, you can start preparation with the other stuff, or you could just wait till after the chicken's done. To make this dish, you're gonna need to get bowls like this, like from the 99-cent store. They usually come in 3. You're gonna need like 5 of them. One is gonna be for onions, one is gonna be for salsa, one is gonna be for cabbage, and one is gonna be for queso fresco. And you need 1 more of these, and that's gonna be for the juice of the chicken. You're gonna use that too later. So you're gonna get this and like scoop out the juice when everything's done and the chicken's out of it, and then put it like that, and then just put the lids on them. The salsa, all you need is around 5 or 6 tomatillos and these chilies. They're called yellow chili. You need 5 or 6 of those, and then chop the tops off, take off the leaves off of these, and throw them in water until they're soft. Like, try to make it to these, don't get too soft till like they start disintegrating in the water, you know, maybe like 10-15 minutes, and that's it. And then you're gonna put these in a blender. I'll show you later. And when it's done, all you do is add salt to your tastes. This is the enchilada sauce you're gonna use. You're gonna use something like this, and you're gonna pour all of the enchilada sauce in there. And this is where you're gonna be dipping your tortillas. It's this one, mild enchilada sauce. It's $1.99. So for ingredient number 1 is the onions. You chop them up real small, okay? Because it's better when they're real small. And you add oregano to this, okay? This is what makes the whole taco is the oregano in the onion. And once you do that, you just mix it up with a fork or whatever, but I just get it and shake it up like this and get it all in there like that, and then it should look like this. And then you just put that aside and you go on to the next ingredient for preparation. So the next step is you have to cut the cabbage. Just get like not even half of the cabbage, a little less than half the cabbage, you know, like the size of your hand, and chop that piece off. And then you go like this, and it's really like it's better if they're real thinly chopped like this. And then you can either leave it like that, or you can go to the side like this and just go through it, run through it like this a lot. And then all this goes in one of these little buckets too, and then you put it to the side. So the next step after that is you get your little bowl, and you have your juice right here. You get that juice from the chicken and put it inside this bowl, and then put your lid on it and put it to the side. That's another ingredient. So let's see. So it should look like that. Leave everything out. Leave the onions and pieces of chicken like there is right here. Just, it doesn't need to be in there. But anyway, you put this aside. You get this, put it over here, and put the cap on it. Next step of preparation, you get queso fresco. This is the best one, the Cacique Ranchero. That's the best one. It's kind of like the one from Cardenas, the soft one that I used to like. It's real soft. So you can use this one, or whatever was on sale, the queso fresco. And what you're going to do with this is open it. You either can cut half and then get more later, or get the whole thing, and you're going to crumble it all up. Crumble it into little baby pieces and put it in your bowl and put a lid on it and set it to the side. So next part of preparation, get your can, you put it in here like that. You put it all in there. Your chicken, it gets cooled down, and you can chop it. So like if you have a whole chicken like this, a whole breast, there's this piece of the breast like right in this area, like you know how it's like that, and the point is at the bottom usually. Well, right here, there's a lot of veins and stuff right there. So you can get that out, like just chop it out right there. Like I don't know, but anyway, shred all this. It should be really soft if it was boiling for 2 hours. And so when you're using your blender and you have hot chilies, be careful, because when you push the blender button to start blending, it might blow up out of the blender because it's hot. So you have to be careful when you do it and not hang on, here, take it, I just shoot. Okay, so then you grab this, hang on. You grab this and just pour it into a bowl. Oops, I need a bigger bowl, that's not working. And then you add salt to this and keep tasting it till the salt tastes right. It has to be like an almost salty taste, okay? One of the last steps before getting down and cooking these tacos, you need to put oil in the pan. It's cool if you have a big pan like this, because you could get more done, more tortillas done. So what makes this recipe, it's called enchiladas, but it's just chicken tacos, is the enchilada sauce. You gather some up like this, and while this is really hot, you put it in. Okay? And this is going to help give the tortillas the red tint color. And you need to get this. You need to get a plate and put a bunch of napkins on it for the tortillas to get all the oil out of them, okay? And if not, newspaper, but that's part of what you need right there. So you just let this get in, and while it's in there, it's better when it's hot to get, even though it splashes, it's way better. So it just turns the oil like an orange color a little bit, and you'll know that the oil's ready for tortilla dipping. So your next step with this is that you need street tacos, the little baby tacos, okay? This one has 24. I usually get the one from Food for Less. It has like 80 tortillas. So this is what you do. You keep this kind of by this right there, as close as you can. You get your tortillas. My pan takes 5 tortillas at a time. So what you're going to do is get your tortilla, dip it in the enchilada sauce, and put it in the pan. Dip your enchiladas. Keep dipping all your tortillas. And the original recipe that this came from, the lady, she would put all these tortillas out on her counter and leave them there for a couple hours till they dry out, and then she would dip them, and then she would put them in the fryer. But me, I really don't have time for that. So then your next best step is you need a spatula. Plastic is best, okay, because you don't want to scratch your pan. This spatula is how you're going to turn them. It has to be this, because if you use the tongs, they're going to rip because they're so soft. So that's what you do. You let them sit like this, and they're going to start popping up like, a little hill like that. You just keep waiting. You can go like this and just like let the oil get on top of the tortilla, because that's always best too, to help it cook on top while the bottom is cooking. So it takes, for the first batch is going to be your best batch, because the oil is good and everything, and you have to do all of this fast because the oil will burn, and all the red stuff that we put in there is gonna turn black, and at the bottom of your tortillas are usually gonna end up like dark red with burnt spots. So this is what you start doing. I'm gonna do it early just to show you, but you let these cook a little bit, okay? Like where everything has like a mushroom top on it, and then you get one like that, and you flip it over, and they should look like that. They should have like little boats, okay? And it's better if you have a gas stove, and you just flip them over like this. I'm telling you, the best batch is gonna be the first tortillas you make, because they're gonna be nice. And then you just fry it up till the other side looks like this side. And what you're looking for, these tortillas, hopefully I'll get one soon right now. My stove is like different, so I always get more cooked ones in this area than all over here. These ones are little bitches. Okay, so anyway, so when that's cooking, I usually give them like 2 to 3 flips or whatever I want to do. However, it makes I feel like they're cooking faster. But I always flip them all at the same time, you know, like if I'm flipping one, I'm flipping all of them. So anyway, and when you want to set it aside, just set it on your plate. And then I always put my flame really high for this one to get this shit done, because I mean, oh yeah, and all these tacos, Eva eats around 4 of these, okay? So each person, you should try, you're going to be here making the tacos, like you should be the last one to eat, just to let you know. Okay, so I'm flipping it one more time, and they probably almost should be done. So you're looking for not a full stiffness. We're not looking for really hard, like a tostada. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for like almost in the middle, like a nice little soft. And when you pick it up, it should stand on its own. Look, like there's no bending. You see, there's no bending anymore. And then you lay it right here, like that. So that one's done, and this one's probably done too. But I'll turn it over one more time, like that. And Eva likes the first batch ones because they're a little bit softer than the other ones, because you're not going to be perfect every time. There's going to be some that you're burning. See, look at this one. It's soft in the middle right here, but the outside is pretty crispy, like on the sides. When you could go like that and it's not being flexible, then that's good. But if it's too soft, like in the inside right here, when you put the chicken and stuff and the chicken juice, it's gonna rip because it's just too soft. So you gotta have to make them sturdy, but not hard like a tostada. See, the ones on this side, they don't really cook that fast, but this one's done. So you get this, shake off all the oil, put it right there. You get this one, shake off the oil, put it right there. You get this one, shake off the oil, put it right there. Then, real quick, I'll just show you one more thing. It's the same thing, just dip, put them in there. And I'm telling you, you have to do it fast because your oil is on hot. And always wear a t-shirt when you cook this because these little oils get splashed. I was taught to cook it in a big pot so the oil doesn't splash out, but you know what? That was when I lived at somebody's house. Now I can just make a mess in my house and clean it later. And there you go, just like that. And do it all over. So 4 for Eva. Cameron, he usually eats 2 or 3 of these. You're gonna want 8. The first time I started eating these, just to let you know, I was eating like 12 to 15, 16, 17, 18 of these. Okay, they're so fucking good that you're gonna want to eat them like a lot. So always have extra tortillas for you, because you're probably gonna be the last one eating if you make this dish. So as you're making them like this, you're gonna take these ones. Okay, let's see. So this is what you do. Let's put my thing there. So you have to, if you have plates, like big plates like this or whatever, you're gonna get 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're gonna take them to where all your ingredients are. And then hang on, I'm gonna do another video. Okay, since I'm a pro, I can multitask. So there's these ones right there getting fired up, and I'll usually start putting the chicken on it. But since I'm doing a video, I'm a little bit more distracted. So say you only want to do 2 batches at a time of however many, and you can stop doing it and start serving everybody, because it's better when the tortillas are nice and hot, you know? and when the chicken's hot and everything. But there's times where like I wait till everything because I'm lazy, and I'll end up putting the chicken in the microwave just a little bit at a time, not that whole batch of chicken, just enough for whoever wants tacos at that moment. So then when you're done with these, you could just turn off your stove for a while. Like, don't let the oil burn, because I'm telling you. Okay, like that. Okay, there's that. Now turn off my oil. Then come back to this. So now to the plating. This is what makes it so cool. Okay, so your first step is get your chicken. You don't put that much on each taco, okay? So like, because these little tacos are hard to close. Like after you put, if you put a bunch of chicken and all the other ingredients, they're not going to close, and it's just going to be a big mess on your plate. You're going to need another tortilla to pick up the rest of it. So like this much, like, I don't know if you can see it. Just not that much, just like a little pinch, you know, for each one, like a nice size little pinch, just like that. Okay. Then your next thing is you go to the onions. This is how you have to layer it. It has to go chicken and then onions. Okay, you put your onions however many you want. Eva likes the onions. Cameron, he doesn't. I'm not sure. If he does, I just throw them in there and maybe he eats them. You know, like you can secretly put them in there. Don't tell him if he wants them or not. And if he figures it out, then you have to pick them out for him. But anyway, because this is what makes the recipe, is these onions with oregano. If you can smell it right now, it smells so good. So then after these both are on here, you get your spoon. I use my spoon for my salsa and my chicken juice. So your chicken juice, you bring it right here. What you're going to do is get your spoon and throw it on the tacos. 1 spoonful for each taco. Like that. And this keeps the taco moist. Your next step after that, you're going to put cabbage on each one. And it's going to make a mess. Okay? There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to clean it later after you're done serving. So after the cabbage goes on, then next is you're putting your queso fresco on each one. You don't have to put too much, but just enough. And I usually put like that with my hand. Like I flatten it a little bit so it stays, because if not, it'll just roll off onto the plate and then you're not even eating the queso fresco. So like that's 4. Your last step of the whole taco is the salsa. So you get the salsa, 1 spoonful. 1 spoonful. Every taco just gets 1 spoonful. That's it. No more, no less. That's all you need. So with our daughter Eva, this is how I make them too. So just to let you know. So after you make it, this is the finished product right here for people who don't like anything else on it. But me and Eva, we like to put our cayenne pepper on each one. So that's it. That's how it looks, and that's everything. It should take 2 hours for the chicken, about 30 minutes to chop and grind and get all this stuff out when it's done. I usually get all the onion juice and all the, not the juice, the queso fresco and cabbage done while the chicken is cooking, because it takes 2 hours and I have plenty of time. It saves a lot of time if you do it right when you start boiling the chicken. If you do it after, you're going to be like me. Too much. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoy it and I hope it comes out good. But don't forget about this pan. When you get the oil in, put your little sauce in there and let it boil up. Then you get your tortillas, dip them, put them in, and let them get flexible hard. Okay? I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you make it, because it's really easy. It's just a lot of preparation. Yay.